Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping and making money online. As usual, I'm your host, Paul J. Lipsky. I've been making videos here on YouTube for about a little over 4 years now, all about dropshipping on different marketplaces like eBay, more recently Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. And actually this Thursday, I'm hosting a free live training webinar, whatever you want to call it, where I'm going to be going in depth into how Facebook Marketplace dropshipping works. So this is a really all-inclusive training, stuff I've never talked about on YouTube and stuff I've only ever had people pay to get access to. So if you want that free training, I am hosting it this Thursday, linked down below in the description. Make sure to go there and sign up. It's completely free. You have nothing to lose, but just, the opportunity if you don't show up. And during that webinar will be your first chance this year to sign up for my course, Marketplace Dropshipping Titans. That is a course that my students have gone through and have gotten just unbelievable results with dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace using my program. So if you want to learn more about what that is, or you definitely know you want to sign up, then I encourage you to come to the webinar. Check out what I have to say, and then you can make a decision there. Or like I said, if you're definitely on board, that will be your first chance to join with all the new bonuses that I have for the course as well. So make sure you're there live, because I'm also going to be doing some giveaways during it. You have to be there live for the giveaway. And the other thing I was going to say is that the number of people that can actually show up is capped. So if you try to come in a little bit late and it's saying the room is full, that's the reason why. It is a limitation of the webinar software I'm using. So short story there is make sure you do show up early on time so that you can get in the room before it fills up. All right, so those are all the announcements. Again, that is linked up in the description. First link down below to sign up for that free webinar this Thursday. No obligation there to actually join the course. I promise you, if you come to that training, you're going to get a ton of value, even if you don't sign up for my Marketplace Titans course. All right, so let's see what kind of questions you guys have here. We have Kevin here saying, I am always happy. Let me just move my computer over. There we go. I'm always happy for this Q&A session. Yeah, I do these every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're watching this on the replay and you want your questions answered, make sure to come to the next live Q&A, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you get alerted for the next live. Okay. Ecom says, hey, Paul, I heard if you fulfill orders from an Amazon business account, Amazon would include an invoice of the price you paid for it. Is there any truth to that? I actually don't know. I've never used a business account, only a personal account. I would hop onto the YouTube channel called Dropshipping. He makes videos about dropshipping on eBay as well and does a lot from Amazon to eBay. That's a lot of what he does and a lot of what he talks about on the channel. And see if, I think he mentioned this in one of the videos, or you can at least ask him in the comments section, because if anyone knows, he knows. I'm sending you over there because I know he's used Amazon business accounts before. So yeah, you should try to use that. Now, the problem with dropshipping from Amazon to eBay is that, or Amazon to anywhere at this point, is that unfortunately, about 8 months ago, Amazon changed some of their policies, where before, if you were dropshipping from Amazon, in other words, if you were selling items on Facebook Marketplace, and then once the item sold, you went ahead and bought it from Amazon, and Amazon would ship it directly to the customer, then back then that was totally allowed. Amazon had no issue with that. They were allowing us to do that. When I did it on eBay a few years ago, I was placing hundreds of orders a day sometimes with absolutely no issues. But about 8 months ago, Amazon decided they didn't like that. And so they started to shut down Prime accounts that were using Prime for dropshipping. They could see all the addresses it was being shipped to and stuff like that. So there are some ways around it by creating multiple accounts. Some people have tried creating these business accounts. So that's the Dropship King just made a video about that, how he makes business accounts. The problem with that is that those accounts can still get shut down for the same reason, but if it gets shut down for the same reason, it's even harder to open a new one. So based on that video and his expertise there, I trust him when it comes to that stuff. I would say the smarter thing to do is if you're going to dropship Amazon to eBay, just use regular Prime accounts. Just know you will have to create multiple of them and kind of cycle between them. Now, my best recommendation is don't use Amazon as a supplier anymore. I've been saying that for eBay for years. eBay hasn't liked Amazon to eBay dropshipping for years. So I've been saying, hey, stay away from that. When Facebook came around, Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, I started using Amazon right away to dropship on the Facebook Marketplace, and it was going great. And then those problems came up, and I said, you know what? I'm also dropshipping Walmart to Facebook Marketplace, and that's going flawlessly. Let's just go all in with that, and just forget about Amazon because it's just not working. And I think it's just even gotten harder. So my best advice to you is no matter where you're dropshipping, don't use Amazon as a supplier. If you are going to use them, then just use regular Prime accounts and not business ones. Hope you're doing great as well. Thanks for tuning in from the UK. How am I feeling today? I am feeling pretty good, pretty pumped up. This Thursday is that live training. I've been getting tons of emails from you guys, messages, DMs saying how excited you guys are for the training, how excited so many of you are to finally get into the course, because last year it was open for enrollment for only a short period and for a limited number of people, and now it's closed off. So many of you guys have seen my students' results and want in on it too. And again, this is your first chance this year to do that. So I'm super pumped up getting all those messages and emails from people and just preparing for this training. I'm putting so much into the training, so much value I'm going to pack in there for you guys. And again, there's going to be giveaways. You guys are going to absolutely love it. So make sure you guys come for that training, and I'm pretty stoked for it. What is up, Info Shopping? How can I contact the supplier to build a brand? So I'm not following you 100%. I think what you're looking to do here is you are looking to build your own brand, probably by buying products from China, from like a wholesale manufacturer in China. That's not something I do myself or have any real experience. So that's not something I can really help you with. But I know a lot of people do this on AliExpress. So you could contact sellers on AliExpress and reach out to them and talk to them. Okay. Bixel says, hey, Paul, I tried to create an item on Facebook Marketplace, create a draft. When I scroll down to next, sorry, give me a second. I got to catch my breath. There's no next button or publish buttons on Facebook Marketplace listing page, and my account is verified. Any idea what the issue could be? Yeah, there's a few possibilities as to what's going on. First of all, if your account was just verified, I would give it some time. Sometimes it just takes, a day or two for it actually to all the features to be unlocked. So just give it a little time. If it's been verified for longer, then what I would suggest that you try to do is do it on your phone, because what we're seeing is that there's still some weird glitches with Facebook Marketplace. I call them glitches. I don't really know what to call them. Facebook Marketplace is just rolling out, still relatively new, which is why I think it's such an amazing opportunity right now, because not a lot of people are in doing it, drop shipping, but it's still pretty new. And with anything new, there's going to be bugs that have to be worked out. They're adding things, and sometimes they add things and it interferes with something else and causes problems. So if you ever see some sort of issue like that, where something just stops working, a button suddenly becomes grayed out, or you click next and nothing happens, then try it on your phone, because sometimes the mobile version will work. And other times it's just a matter of clearing your cache and cookies or just waiting. I've had problems on Facebook Marketplace listing items, and then I just go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and it just works. So I don't know what all the issues are, but I think it's just them rolling out new features, adding things, and kind of working out the bugs in the system with Facebook Marketplace. Now, does that make it kind of a pain? Yeah, absolutely. You're dealing with these kind of little annoyances, but on the other hand, it's a lot better than having to build your own website, where if any of those problems happened, you would be in charge of fixing them or paying someone to fix them. Not to mention the fact that you would have to pay to drive traffic to your website. And those ads to do that sometimes cost a lot of money. In fact, you'd be paying Facebook for Facebook ads, and it's going to be a lot of money. Now compare that to Facebook Marketplace, where when you sell an item, Facebook, the only fee they charge you is a 5% fee. So if you sell a $100 item, they're going to take $5 of that. That's it, just 5%. That is extraordinarily low, very, very low. eBay charges over 12%, Amazon over 15%. Facebook Marketplace is just 5%. And you get access to millions of customers instantly just by using Facebook Marketplace for only a 5% fee. It is so amazing how low that is. And of course, that means more of the money from the sale ends up in your pocket as profit. Again, just another reason why I think Facebook Marketplace is such a hot and amazing opportunity right now. Okay. Okay. Carlos says, hey, Paul, there are a couple of YouTubers saying that in order to be successful with shops, you need to run multiple shops. How true is that? I barely have time to manage one, LOL. So, Carlos, I have some good news for you about that. The other YouTubers, I'm not sure exactly who you're referring to. There is some truth to that. The truth to that is that when you first start using shops, your shop has to get approved. Well, your page has to get approved. And then even when you get a shop, it has to be approved, the integration with Marketplace. So basically, you set up a shop, Facebook has to approve that shop first. And then even once you have the shop, you're adding items to it. It's kind of similar to building your own website because no one knows your shop exists. No one's going to visit your shop unless all the items from your shop are pushed to Facebook Marketplace. So that integration, that push, is the second thing that you need. You need approval for that as well. Both those steps are kind of like points where the system could fail, if that makes sense. So your shop might not be approved, and the integration with Facebook Marketplace, that might not be approved either. So to increase your chances of getting approved, one, know what you're doing, okay? It helps to have a plan and actually execute on that plan. I teach how to do this inside my course to get a shops approved. But the other thing is just try multiple shops. If you set up just one shop and that one doesn't get approved, well, then you have to go and try to start another one. But if you start 6 shops, which if you're doing them, it's pretty fast to set them up. Once you set up 1 or 2, you set up, let's say 6, then all you need is one of them to be approved and you're off to the races. You can start selling right there. So in my opinion, that's what people might be talking about when they say running multiple shops. At least that's what I mean when I say set up multiple shops. Set up multiple of them and see which ones succeed. In my case, I set up multiple, one got approved, or all of them were kind of pending. I was waiting for Facebook to approve them, waiting. I set up another one, that one got approved, and then all the other ones got approved all at once as well. So I don't know if some sort of domino effect there, but it all worked. And then, if you have multiple ones that are approved, it doesn't mean you have to use them. You only have to use one of them. And then if that one, something happens to it, at least you have the other ones up and running as well. Now, let's say, let's make this a little bit more complicated. Let's say you do want to run multiple Facebook shops for whatever reason. Let's say you want to spread out your risk or just try different things. The cool thing is that let's say you have 3 shops running. You could have the same products in all 3. You can actually use the software that I use called FBM Fox, and it could sell the same products in all 3 of them. So while that might make it a little bit challenging because you have to check all 3 for orders and messages, really you're going to be using the same FBM Fox account, so it does make it at least a little bit more streamlined in that regard. Pedro wants to know when Facebook Marketplace will come to Germany. I don't know. A lot of people ask me these questions like, when will this be available in Canada or Germany or the UK or things like that? I don't have those answers, unfortunately. I can only speak to my own experience, which is selling here in the United States as a US citizen on Facebook.com. That's kind of the experience I come from. That's what I teach inside my course, like step by step, how to do that. But as for other countries, I don't have that inside information, unfortunately. So sorry, I really can't help you. Okay, let's see what this says. Info Shopping says, that they are drop shipping some products from China, from like AliExpress in China, and others from Walmart. So they want to know if there's a problem because there's two different shipping locations. Now, it shouldn't be. eBay specifically says in their, they specifically say that they understand that people ship from multiple warehouses. So this shouldn't be an issue. Okay, Daniel with the moral question says, do you ever feel bad for saturating the market and making cheap things more expensive? In a way, it's ruining the economy. I don't feel bad about it, Daniel. I kind of thought about this a lot at first when I first started doing it, but there's a few things I want to kind of unpack about this. So the first thing is, I don't think I'm saturating the market. Now, these items that I'm selling on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, these are items that would not ordinarily be in those places unless we were drop shipping. The only way that someone could do that without drop shipping is if they bought the items from their supplier, brought them home, and then sold them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Amazon, wherever. And in that way, that a lot of people aren't going to do that. It's going to be very few people doing that. So I don't feel like I'm saturating the market. Instead, I feel like I am connecting the right buyers with the right products. If there are people that only shop on eBay or only shop on Facebook Marketplace or predominantly do that, then there's going to be a lot of products that they don't have access to. But we as dropshippers are giving them access to those items by listing those items in those places. Similarly, a lot of products that we're getting from wholesale suppliers are meant to be marked up. You know, the price you buy for from a wholesale supplier or distributor is not the price it's meant to be sold to the public. So all we're doing is taking those items that we're buying at wholesale prices and selling them at the retail price. The other thing I'll say about it is that you're making cheap things more expensive, and that's just the way it is. I mean, that's just the way that commerce is, right? Everyone in the supply chain does that. That is the only way they make money. You know, someone makes or gets the raw materials, right? The cost for them to get those raw materials, they then sell it at a markup. And then the manufacturer takes that and produces it, and all the costs of producing it, they have to mark it up to make profit. And then they sell it to a supplier or distributor who then marks it up to retailers. And, you know, that's just the way it is. There's always middlemen in every situation. And again, what we're doing is connecting the products with the right customers. I don't think it's ruining the economy. In fact, I think it's helping the economy. I think any sort of commerce helps the economy, right? If you think about it, we're putting more money into eBay's hands, Facebook Marketplace's hands, Amazon's hands, and then they're paying their employees. We're hiring employees to help our businesses. I make money. I spend that money in my community. That helps the economy as well. So that's kind of the way I think about it. Aaliyah wants to know how much the Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course is going to cost. That's something I'm going to be talking about during the live training on Thursday. So make sure to come to that if you want the breakdown of the price. Hello, thanks for being here. What are the best brands in my opinion? I do not look at brands actually. So brands are something I don't worry about when it comes to dropshipping, because the thing that really matters is it a product that people want to buy? So I do product research. I look to see, is this something people are buying right now, or is an upward trend that people are starting to buy more of? And then I sell that item. It doesn't really matter to me what the brand is. That sort of thing doesn't make a difference to me. Angel wants to know how many items should he be listing a day on Facebook Marketplace. So when you're first starting out on any marketplace, including Facebook Marketplace, you do not want to scale up too quickly. In other words, you don't want to just come out the gate and list up hundreds of items right away. that raises a red flag, even though it's one of those things that kind of frustrates me about all the marketplaces, that you technically are allowed to do that. There's no rule saying you're not allowed to. But if you do it, then they're going to stop you and say, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Who are you? Let's temporarily stop your sale, stop your account until we get more information from you. So if they were going to do that, why not just put a limit on the number of items that you could list or something? I don't know, like eBay does. But hey, that's what they do. So just scale up slowly. Don't move too quickly. Otherwise, they're gonna raise a red flag. They might temporarily suspend you until you prove who you are, who you say you are. It's not a big deal, but it's a delay. It can be annoying. It can take time. So prevent it from happening. Yeah, George, I also have another course, my eBay Dropshipping Titans course. That's always open for enrollment. That's you can join it whenever you want. The Facebook course comes with these coaching calls, so that has to open and close for enrollment. So the Facebook course, once I open it, it's only going to be open for a few days before it closes. But the eBay course is always open for enrollment, and you can just go to dropshippingtitans.com and see it right there. Hey there. Is that a question? Wait, I think I missed a question. Oh, I answered that about Germany already. Loretha says, how do I start my Facebook dropshipping marketplace and upscale sales? So I'm not sure upscale. I think you mean just to kind of like grow your sales. Is that what you're asking? So starting a Facebook marketplace dropshipping business is, I would say it's simple. I wouldn't necessarily say it's easy, but it is simple if you know the steps to do that. And scaling up can also be simple as well if you know what you're doing. I'm not sure. What are you asking? How do I upscale? Because how you grow up? Yeah, it's just really about getting started, finding the right products, learning the product research, and then once you get down to product research, just doing more of it, adding more of those products into it. You're not going to grow your store unless you're adding products into your store. And I think that more than anything is the most important thing, the right products. Again, these are things I all teach inside the training I'm going to be going over on Thursday. So make sure to come. I'll talk about step by step what to do to set up a Facebook Marketplace dropshipping store. I will talk about how to scale up your business. And this is obviously covered much more in depth in my course as well. But come to the Thursday training, linked up in the description, because you're going to get a lot more information about that. All right, Mohammed has a question here. Says, hey, Paul from Pakistan, just started drop shipping from AliExpress to eBay as a beginner. Please guide me what niche of products should be my first product to drop ship. Any pro tip for me? Yeah, man. So this is something that I think a lot of beginners get wrong when it comes to drop shipping on a marketplace like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or Amazon. The niche doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter if you're selling water bottles or car seats or, like soft block boxes for lights, whatever it is I'm looking around my room. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is it a product, a specific product that people are actually buying? So you could pull one from one category of items, one from another niche, one from another niche. It doesn't matter. The only time niches matter is if you are building your own website. So you might want to build your own website with just water bottles or just tables or just kitchen islands, right? But when it comes to marketplace, you don't do that because no one's going to look at your store on those marketplaces. They're only going to search and see your listings and a bunch of other people's listings as well. So it doesn't matter what the name of your store is or what niches you sell in. Do product research. Learn what's selling well now and sell those same products as well. That is really the key right there. And that product research is something I'll talk about again on Thursday during that training. Okay, Carlos, these are the things when it comes to the markup of my items on Facebook Marketplace, my shop settings, shipping costs. with all due respect, I know this kind of like a jerk answer. These are the kind of things I only tell to my students because that is part of the secret. How much to mark up your items by, how much to charge for shipping or free shipping, all those sorts of things do matter quite a lot when it comes to Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. And that's something I teach inside my course only to my students. They paid for access to that, and I think that's the fair thing to do. Justice says, I'm getting views but not sales. I have about 70 listings so far. So if you're not getting sales, the number one reason for that is probably because of product research. So I would really, really reevaluate your product research. Make sure you have it down. I would review videos on how to do that. If you're inside my course, review the videos on how to do that. If you're not, look for videos on YouTube on how to do product research, and make sure you're getting that down. Because if you're not getting sales, it means that the products you're listing aren't ones that people want. So I would definitely look into that. No, I haven't. So Ed wants to know if I've ever drop shipped or ever, sold digital products on eBay, like a PDF file or links of stuff. I haven't done this. I think it's genius. I think it's really, really smart. Patrick, the marketer on YouTube, he's a friend of mine, and he has done this. He kind of did a YouTube video where he did a challenge selling these digital products, and I was blown away that it actually worked because he was able to buy them for cheap and then resell them on eBay, and it freaking worked. So that was pretty funny. Funny in the sense that I just couldn't believe that it worked. So check out his channel, Patrick the Marketer, and find those videos about it. But I've never done it myself. Sake wants to know how many products does the average dropshipper list per day if he is not a beginner? That's a good question. I don't know. I think it varies per seller. Obviously, I don't have access to all these dropshippers' accounts or know all of them, or have even asked all of them that. So yeah, I think it varies quite a bit. I imagine there are people that list every single day and people that only list, weekly. And I know that because there are some stores on eBay that I see that are dropshipping that have very few items. And I think that this is very important to understand, is that there are eBay accounts that are doing really well, thousands of dollars a month in profit, and they have very few items. And by few, I mean just a couple hundred. Now that's a lot for a beginner, but for an established store, it's been around for a while, a couple hundred's not that many. And yet they're crushing it with that. Why? How? Because they got down the product research. They know how to do product research the right way, how to list up their items with an optimized title, optimized description, and all of that so that it sells quickly and they make money with very few items. So I think it really varies depending on the seller. John wants to know if he should boost his listings on Facebook Marketplace. Now, all the marketplaces have features like this. eBay has it, Facebook Marketplace has it, Amazon has it. It's always a way for you to spend more money, right? That's why I avoid them for as long as I can. I just think that I would rather not spend more money and still make sales. So if I can list items up for sale and sell them, and I feel like I'm doing well without a feature like Boost, then I'm not going to do it. So I haven't touched Boost yet. I don't find the need to use it. The organic traffic on Facebook Marketplace is strong enough that I think that that's all we need. And if you're not making sales without Boost, again, it comes down to product research and optimization. And even with Boost, it's not going to really help the underlying problem. When I delete items, I always delete from both FBM. I delete from FBM Fox for shops, but it depends how you set up the what's a data feed. So you have to choose the right data feed, and it can replace all your old listings with your new ones, basically. what was I going to say about that? FBM Fox. You could also try just putting it out of stock as well. John wants to know what the dates and times yet are for the course. So the course is opening up for enrollment on Thursday during the webinar, and then it's going to be open for a few days. So you'll have all weekend to sign up, and then it'll close for enrollment. Then after that, it's on demand. So you can watch it in your own time, at your own pace, whatever works for you. So you don't have to be there at a set date and time for that. Ed wants to know if I've ever tried print-on-demand drop shipping on eBay. I've never done it anywhere, to be honest, Ed. It's a really cool business model. I've had people on the channel talk about it. Look up a company called Novelty Inc. They actually do the printing for sellers. And I know they have a whole network together where they help sellers learn how to do print on demand. So if you're curious how to do it, I would look up Novelty Inc. Just Google them, and you might find some useful information there. Which marketplace is good for drop shipping? There's a few places good for drop shipping. I think right now, the only two places that I can recommend are eBay and Facebook Marketplace. And Amazon still works, but I don't do it at the moment. I still have students that are doing it and doing well with it, but I don't personally do it. But I think right now, Facebook Marketplace is an incredible place to be drop shipping at the moment. With so much traffic and so little competition, I think that's a really, really strong place to start for beginners. So Paulo Menino, hope I'm saying your name right, got your first sale, so congrats. But the product was out of stock. I might be confused on how AutoDS works. So this sometimes does happen. Either it depends on the way you set up AutoDS. AutoDS will either automatically change the stock on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, wherever it is, update it as out of stock, or it will alert you so you can manually make that change depending on how you set it up. But don't feel too discouraged. This happens. What I would do is see if you could find that item on a different website or a substantially similar item that the buyer might not notice because it's pretty much the same thing, or just a similar item and just reach out to the buyer and say, hey, the problem with the other order, but hey, we have this item. It's pretty much the same thing. Would you take this one as well? But yeah, moving more towards wholesale is something I really encourage you all to do. It is harder to set up, 100% for sure, but it is so worth it when you do. You'll have such a competitive advantage, and you'll have a lot less issues as well, like what you're talking about. What is up, Anthony? I'm in Marketplace Titans. Are there multiple courses? So there's really primarily two courses I have. There's an eBay dropshipping course and a Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course. Pretty much those are the two courses. I say pretty much because when you join the eBay course, you also get the option to buy a virtual assistant course that will teach you how to hire and train virtual assistants. That's optional. And you also get, you also get access to my wholesale dropshipping course, which that's the only way you can get it, by joining my eBay course. And you might get another bonus in there as well. So when you join the eBay course, you have the option for the virtual assistant course, and you get for free the wholesale dropshipping course onto eBay. With Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, when you join that course, which again is not open right now, but will be later this week, you join the Facebook course, then you will also get access to a virtual assistant course that's included with that, and the shops course, which is included with that. So there's kind of multiple courses there, but there's primarily just two, if that makes sense. Carlos wants to know if I use Walmart Plus or regular Walmart. We use regular Walmart because Walmart Plus, just like Amazon Prime, they'll shut you down for using them for dropshipping. Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome. That one is a little loud. Sorry about that. Let's see. Okay. Isabella says, I recently started a Facebook account and don't have the shipping option on Marketplace yet. Is there anything I can do to get this option faster? Yeah, there's some basic stuff you can do. Primarily, the only things you can do, though, is just use your Facebook account, and because it does take time. So just use it regularly. Use it as a regular person would, adding friends, scrolling through your feed, buy stuff off of Facebook Marketplace, scroll through Facebook Marketplace. And unfortunately, that is all you can really do until until it's approved. This is something that so when it comes to wholesale suppliers, that is kind of one of the trade secrets is who your supplier is. You find a good supplier, it's not something you really want to share publicly. If you're working with retail suppliers, pretty much the main retail suppliers everyone knows about, like Walmart, Amazon in the past, so Home Depot, so that doesn't matter so much because those suppliers have so many products available. So that's why we don't share what the products are that we are drop shipping from those suppliers. Because if someone else gets wind of that, then they might undercut you, steal all your sales. So we keep that a secret. When it comes to wholesale suppliers, it's very similar. But because one of the tricks with wholesale suppliers is forming a relationship with a good wholesale supplier and finding those wholesale suppliers. When you find a good one, you kind of want to hold that close. Hold your cards close, not reveal who that is, because if you do, everyone else is going to copy it, and then that supplier becomes saturated, so to speak. Thanks, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Pet Lover Store says, I joined the course in the fall and the only regret I have is not paying in full. Yeah, I hear that a lot. So the course, I always give a pay in full option and a payment plan option. And with the payment plans, with the pay in full option, it's always a little bit cheaper. You get a discount for paying in full. Most people, I hear the same thing. They're happy with the course. They just wish that they had paid in full, just save themselves a little money. But most people say it doesn't really matter because they're making money anyway. So it's just kind of like an investment. Thank you. Nice. Saka says, I invested $100 2 months ago, and now it is over $300. I will buy with this money your eBay dropshipping course in the near future. I think it's a good investment next. Appreciate that, man. I think so too. Congrats on your investment. I just had a really good investment recently too. As a lot of you know, I've been doing a lot of investing into cryptocurrency and NFTs. I bought an NFT about 2 weeks ago for a little under $300 and just sold it for $1,300. So that was a pretty good investment. And I'll make a video about that in the future. Okay, let me write something down. Okay. What would I recommend for complete beginners? Ash wants to know, eBay or Facebook. You really can't go wrong with either one of them. But again, I just think right now Facebook Marketplace is such a hot opportunity and so simple for beginners. It doesn't have a lot of the barriers definitely doesn't have a lot of the barriers you see with Amazon. Even with eBay, you're going to see less barriers with Facebook Marketplace than with eBay. It's so hard for me to say this because eBay is like my bread and butter. It's been around I've been doing it for over 5 years. And so it's hard for me to say that, but Facebook is just such a hot opportunity right now. So good. And we're seeing a lot of people that are complete beginners jumping into it and just seeing incredible results with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Can you dropship Etsy to Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, I don't see why not. Etsy is a really cool, I know a lot of you are familiar with it. Etsy has a lot of more it looks like more like homemade items. And that's a really good idea. I think those items would do really, really well on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, I would try that. Can't hurt to try it. That's the cool thing about dropshipping. One of the things I love about it is that it can't hurt to try products. with a lot of other businesses, if you want to sell the product, you first have to buy it. Sometimes you have to buy dozens of them, pay that money up front. You can do so much experimenting with drop shipping. Another really good idea is, hey, find a good supplier, maybe that's even on Etsy, and drop ship those products onto Facebook Marketplace or eBay. And if it does well, now you can go ahead and contact the supplier and say, hey, how much would it cost for me to buy 100 of these? Will you give me like a 20% discount or something? So now you're buying those items for much cheaper, getting a good discount, and you're then able to sell them onto the marketplace and get a really nice margin on them if you ship them yourself in that case. So much you can do with drop shipping. Okay, Ed wants to know if others have the non-enabled marketplace and shops is now supposed to be enabled. Some people, so what Edward's saying is that he has a Facebook shop, but the integration with marketplace is not enabled, and he was told that it will be enabled sometime in the middle of 2022. And I've heard that from other people as well. It's on an account by account basis. But the good news is that it's almost the middle of 2022 already. What I tell new students anyway, or new sellers on Facebook Marketplace, is start selling directly on the Facebook Marketplace. Anyone can do that. Just start selling directly onto Facebook Marketplace. Then, at the same time, start to set up your shop, because it does take time. This is the challenge with Facebook shops. It takes many steps to get it set up. It's really worth it to do it. So again, sell on Marketplace, and as you're selling on Marketplace, go through the steps to set up your shop so that you're not wasting time. You're still making money with Marketplace as your shops are being set up. And then your shops will hopefully get approved, at some point. But in the meantime, you're still making money with Marketplace. What should I sell while using AutoDS? Do product research, find good items, and sell those ones. I'm not sure what you're talking about exactly, but I think that might be because I have the shipping option. Do you have the shipping option? No, I don't use Amazon. Rewind a bit, go back, scrub back. I cover that. Crypto Surfer, what is up? Thanks for coming back. Okay. Product research. You find winning products through product research. I have plenty of videos on this. Also, come to my training on Thursday, and I'll show you how to do this in the training on Thursday. Linked up in the description. How to remove a negative feedback on eBay, says top 10 box. So there are a few ways to do this. First way is if there's something that makes it removable, you can contact eBay and ask them to remove it. That's becoming harder and harder, but usually the easiest way, the most clear one, is feedback extortion. So that's when you get a message from a buyer saying, hey, if you don't give me a discount, I'm going to leave you negative feedback. Like, that's extortion. Call eBay, they should remove that. The other thing you can do is actually contact the buyer. Say, hey, I saw you left negative feedback. I'm sorry this order didn't go the way you wanted. How can I make this right? I will do a return. I will give you a partial discount. How can I make this right? And then once it's made right, you can then contact them again and say, hey, if you're happy now, would you consider revising your feedback? And then they can actually revise it. Wings of Legend says, besides the Chrome extension for listing items, how would you automate the fulfillment of sales when you scale up your store? So I'm not sure if you're talking about eBay or Facebook Marketplace or Facebook shops, but in any case, the thing that I would look at is a Chrome extension called Spot and Paste. Spot and Paste. Because what that will do is it'll actually copy the address from eBay, from Facebook Marketplace, and you can go to your supplier's website and it will paste it right into the supplier's website for the shipping address. It speeds things up really quickly. Then, if you still feel like you need more automation, I would hire a virtual assistant. Teach them how to use Spot and Paste, give them access to your Spot and Paste as well, and then they can help you fulfill orders, and then it's automated for you in that case. How much do I post my products? Do I only post them once? Yes, only post them once. When you're selling on eBay, for instance, you can't list up the same product more than once. So don't do it. You can actually get in trouble for it. Only list up your products once. Okay. Carlos wants to know how important tags are on Facebook. Carlos, so let me explain what tags are. So tags, when you're listing up an item on Facebook Marketplace, it's going to ask for the title. It's going to ask for the price of the item. It's going to ask for photos. It's going to ask for a description of it. And then for some people, they have this little box. I don't have it any longer. That says you can tag it. Tags, I mean, think of them like hashtags on Instagram, right? You can hashtag a word like dropshipping. And then anyone who has a photo that uses the hashtag dropshipping, you can search for that and see all of them. It's similar to that. Like you could hashtag, let's say it's a table. You can hashtag table. And that's supposed to make it more likely that your item will show up when people search for the word table. Facebook has started to get away from using tags. Like I said, not all accounts have them anymore. And I think the reason for that is because tags are always manipulated. People always use them to manipulate their, they use it to manipulate Instagram. They did on YouTube. Both Instagram and YouTube kind of, they made tags less important for that reason. And I think Facebook did that as well. They realized they don't need tags because Facebook is able to scan the description, scan the title, and look at the pictures and look at the category and know if it's the right product that the people are searching for. So tags are becoming less important. If you have them, use them. But if you don't have them, don't sweat it. Why not? You have not been able to sell products on Facebook Marketplace. What's going on? Why not? Which market is better? Always United States. People, we love to spend money. Us Americans, we love to spend money, and we spend a lot of it, and we spend a lot of it without thinking. So it's always the U.S. market that's the best. And it's a big country, so make sure that is the best place to sell. Variety TV, the moderator, coming in saying, smash the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. There's a link to the webinar, dstitans.com/webinar. Also linked up in the description, dstitans.com/webinar. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Then ask questions about eBay. I'm answering whatever questions come up, and you guys are asking questions about Facebook Marketplace, so. Okay, Wirt says, the only thing that still bothers me about dropshipping is branded packaging and invoices from the company I order from. Can you tell me more about that? This is a really common kind of concern people have when they start dropshipping. They're like, okay, I'm gonna fulfill this order, like buy it from Walmart, ship it to my customer. Now they're gonna get it in a Walmart box, and there's gonna be an invoice inside. They're going to know I'm dropshipping, and they're going to be mad about it, and it's going to ruin my business. That is one of those thoughts that hold people back from getting started. But what people don't realize is that most of those thoughts people have, those fears, better word, fears, never even come true. I've been doing this for a while. I did a lot of dropshipping, Amazon to eBay, Amazon to Facebook Marketplace, Walmart to eBay, Walmart to Facebook Marketplace. And very, 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 very few customers have even messaged me to mention the fact that the item came from another website. So very few customers care. And I think the reason for that is because the boxes don't really matter. I mean, a lot of sellers on Etsy, for instance, they're small sellers, just mom and pop kind of people, casual sellers. And they'll reuse, like they'll buy themselves something from Amazon and reuse that box. So it's Amazon boxes are kind of expected these days, right? It's an easy way to get a free box. The invoice is inside. Walmart doesn't include an invoice inside. If you use Amazon, you can do a gift receipt. Home Depot does not include the price in the box either. And if you're working with a wholesale supplier, the box will be completely blank in most cases, and there'll be no paper inside in most cases, or at least no price inside. They know that you're a middleman, that you're acting as a retailer. They're not going to ruin that for you. They want to continue to do business with you. I think some of the boxes, let me correct that, will sometimes have like something on it, but it's the name of the brand and it doesn't matter. Okay. So that's the short of it. Customers just don't care. And that information is not even true. Okay. Most times the price isn't even included in the box. Is eBay more profitable than Facebook? I think eBay's more scalable, but in the long term, per product, Facebook is more profitable. And we get agreement here. Variety TV saying, I see the same thing. Facebook is more profitable. Do you think anyone can make $10,000 profit a month if they haven't learned from your eBay dropshipping course? And are the student results on your page a profit or sales? So the second question, on the sales page, if you go to dropshippingtitans.com, that shows you all my students' results, not all of them, a bunch, a sampling of my students' results who have gone through my eBay course. That's a mix. It's mostly their sales because it's screenshots of their sales. But some of them will also send me messages talking about their profit as well. So it should be self-explanatory. And can you get to $10,000 profit a month? That's going to be hard with eBay dropshipping. Not going to lie, to get to $10K a month profit. Yeah, so I wouldn't put your expectation that high with eBay dropshipping. And certainly you can be highly successful without my course. It's definitely not a requirement at all. Will it take you longer? I think so. Will you spend a lot of money to figure it out? Waste money? I think so. We waste a lot of time. Definitely. Do I think that my course is a much more direct route and a shortcut? Yeah, 100%. So that option's up to you, how much time you kind of want to waste and money you want to waste to figure it out on your own. Anthony. Whoa. I had no idea about this. So I'm going to screenshot this and look into this. So Anthony says, I got to write this down. If this is true, man, this is a game changer and we really appreciate this. Anthony just said, some advice for everyone. Try not hiding your listings from friends and you might have your shipping option available. Works for me. That blows my mind if that's true. So when you're listing an item on Facebook Marketplace, there is an option down at the bottom that allows you to hide your listing from friends and family. And the cool thing about that is that, let's say you're doing Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, you don't want your friends to know. Like, it's kind of like, do I want people to really know I'm doing this? Like, I know when I started dropshipping the first time, I was a little embarrassed. Like, I had like a career, I was a lawyer and I was doing like this weird like drop shipping thing on the side. I felt a little weird about it. I didn't want people to know. So I would have turned that on back then. Now I don't care because I'm out here talking about it. So I've always told people to turn it off, but it seemed like Anthony turned that feature off and now he got the shipping option enabled. So that is interesting. I will have to ask some more people about that and see if it works for them. I don't know. Again, if I just don't know about this. So sorry. Okay. It was told for months to be enabled in early to drop. It took me no time at all to set up and get approved. It does take some time because you have to set up a business, is my recommendation, and that can take a lot of time for some people. Mike wants to know what automation software we've been using for Facebook Marketplace. FBM Fox is what I've been using for a while, and I'm still happy with it. I know there's some new ones coming out, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for those. Even though I've been happy with FBM Fox, I like to always try new ones that come out. So yeah, so I'll let you know if anything new comes up that I try. Luca has a customer from Puerto Rico on eBay. Some suppliers will ship to Puerto Rico. A lot of them won't. So my general recommendation is to not allow orders from Puerto Rico. So I think it's just easier to do that across the board. Jesse wants to know if I'll be in Nashville. When will I be in Nashville? Do I ever speak at any live events? I did before the pandemic. I haven't since then. Obviously, during it, we weren't doing it. And then just, nothing really came up since then. So, no, I haven't in a while. And I haven't been to Nashville in a while either. But I've been there a couple times. It's really cool. You can totally use the dynamic pricing feature. But it depends on the way you set up AutoDS. Some ways you set it up, it's not going to be able to change it anyway. The only way it can actually make that change is if you have it, so that's automatically updating prices on eBay. Hey, what is up? Yeah, you can totally do this. I'm just kind of going through these quickly, the ones I can answer. Can we choose another city in Facebook Marketplace other than the one we live in? Example, New York City. Yep, you can totally do that. So again, the webinar I'm hosting is this Thursday. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So make sure you guys come to that. It's linked up down below. Again, it's going to be capped, so make sure to show up early. Prizes are going to be given away there. We'll be going much more in depth into how Facebook Marketplace dropshipping works. So make sure you guys come to that, completely free for you. I'd love to see as many of you guys there as can make it. Otherwise, guys, thanks for hanging out and hope to see you live, you guys, on Thursday. Bye for now.